Happy Tuesday! My name's Nick.
And my name is Alan.
Hope you're all entertained as we go into
the dungeon.
Here we jump straight back into the action with Adabra peeking out from the window. Oh, thank God! Oh, so glad that beast is gone.
You're welcome. You're welcome. It's all I could do is tempt him with some meats.
I'm glad he's gone. Let me get downstairs and let you in.
Yes, I would very much like that, please.
So Adabra comes down the stairs and lets you in. Please come in, come in. So grateful for your help.
Thank you. You're welcome. This is my friend Fenna. I am Shrew.
Well, I'm Adabra. Thank you so much. What brings you two down here?
Well, would you mind... I don't want to be rude, but could you maybe offer me some water? So that I'm quite parched, you see. It's been quite a journey.
Well, of course, this is the least I can do. And she goes off, puts a very basic spread of some breads and cheese and some water for you.
Thank you. Well, I was tasked to come here to look for you and to bring you back to Phandelin.
To bring me back to Phandelin?
Yes.
What on earth for?
Because it's not safe here.
Evidently not.
Well, that's not because of our friend out there. There's been spottings of dragons, or at least one dragon.
A dragon?
Yeah.
Then more the reason I can't leave.
What do you mean?
Well, if I leave, who's going to make potions? I'm the only potion seller from here to Neverwinter.
Surely you could do your potions in Phandelin. I'm sure you'll find
No, I can't. And anyway, I can't leave my home. This is where my ancestors are, and this is where I have all my tools and my grinding stone and my windmill.
I don't mean to be rude, but where are your ancestors? What do you mean this is where your ancestors are?
Well, those piles of rocks that you've seen as you come up, those are the old tombs.
Well, if you stay here, you'll end up next to them.
Well, that may be the case, but even more now than ever, I've got to stay here and make potions.
I was tasked...
Who sent you here, anyway?
Harbin Wester.
Oh, that fool. He should have known more than anyone that I wouldn't go back.
Why do you say that?
Well, because I'm here to do my work, and if there's a dragon about, and whatever the hell that thing was, I've got to make sure there's potions so that folk like you who are on the road traveling, you get hurt. It's the only place you can get some assistance in a bottle.
This is the first quest I'm on, and I do not want to fail it. Adabra, why don't you just follow me? I'll take you back to safety.
I'll tell you what, because Harbin's as stubborn as I am. I'll write you a letter explaining that I have refused to come, but that at least you've seen me safe, and that you've seen off whatever that was. And if he's promised you any gold or any reward for it, he'll make sure you get it with this.
Are you sure he'll accept that?
I'm sure.
Okay.
She goes off and she writes a letter signed to Adabra, basically explaining everything that's gone on.
All right.
And here, and thanks for your help today. And she gives you a potion of healing.
Wow. I don't think I've ever seen one of these. Do I drink it?
Do you know how it works?
I pour it on my head and I drink it.
Well, you'll be wasting it if you pour it in your head.
Okay.
Pour it in your mouth.
In my mouth. All of it?
All of it.
Okay.
It'll grant you 2d4 plus 2.
Nice.
of hit points. Now, if you're heading back to Phandelin, I'd rather appreciate if you could bring back some meat, just in case, our friend comes back.
I don't think some meats will do the trick. I tried to offer him a sausage, and he was having none of it. I had to go and hunt a deer.
Well, perhaps you can bring something sizable from the butcher.
Okay. I'll see what I can do. I'll bring you something. So, about this potion here. Do you have more that maybe... Because I am going to eventually, perhaps, have have an encounter with a dragon.
I got a couple more. I just still need to make some more bottles, but
Well, how could you spare one more for your savior, for your hero?
well, one is probably worth almost as much as that fool
What?
Harbin will have offered for you.
How much? How much is one of these?
It's 50 gold,
50 gold.
but I can give you a small discount. I can sell it to you for 45 gold.
Well, that doesn't seem as much of a discount to me, but
It's 10%.
I don't have that much money. Fenna, do you have anything on you?
Fenna checks her pouches and pockets and says, I've got about 5 gold.
5 gold. That's not gonna cut it. Well, maybe if we hand this letter into Harbin, we will get rewarded with money, and we can then come back here and see if we can sort out a little deal.
Very well. I look forward to seeing you return.
You too. Have a good day.
May the gods be with you.
And also with you.
Where's Shrew going from here then?
So yeah, I think it'd be best if he heads back to Phandelin right now with this sort of note that I've been given to prove that I've not fulfilled my quest. Maybe I won't get paid the full amount, but I have met her, I have helped her, and she decides not to come. So hand that in, try to get that money, and maybe on the way back again stop back at her place and maybe buy one more potion if I can.
So you and Fenna start to make your way back towards Phandelin.
Mm-hmm.
It's a rather uneventful journey, and you make your way back there within about a couple of hours at most. You're a bit tired,
Yeah,
and you get there as the sun's setting
yeah.
and the evening is beginning.
All right.
So where about are you?
I'm
heading?
gonna knock on Webster's door again.
His house or the
Well,
Town hall.
the last, because I don't really know where his house is. But yeah, in the town hall where last I met him.
Hello? Is there anyone there? It's me, Shrew.
There's no
reply.
There's no reply there.
The coward has left the town. Or maybe he's at home. Let's ask around. Fenna, follow me.
So yeah, you as some passers by, you
Yeah,
make some
so-
inquiries,
Yeah.
and they sort of point you to this house there.
Okay, so I head there and knock on that door.
Who's there? If it's a dragon, I'm very skinny and bony.
Yes,
There's not
it is
much
a
food.
dragon.
Come on! And you hear like furniture being pushed against the door and
I have
panicking.
come to gobble you up.
Roll an intimidation.
17.
17. You hear frantically pushing of furniture, wood scraping on stone, and panicked things falling off shelves and things opening and closing and slamming. And
Do you want to be spared?
there's no way I'm coming out.
Then you don't have to. Do you have gold? I want gold. I am a dragon. Dragon likes gold.
And you sort of see the post flap. I honestly can't remember the name now. The letterbox.
Post.
The letterbox sort of flap open up and you see peeking out. Oh, you're rather small for a dragon, but I don't trust you. What brings you here?
I said I'm here for gold and shiny things. Do you have any on offer?
Your voice is. Weren't you here asking about quests the other day at the
Yes.
town hall?
That's why I'm coming for gold. Look what I have.
And I slip it under the letterbox.
Takes the letter, reads it. Oh, that stubborn woman. But I guess she makes sense.
Is she your wife?
Oh, no,
Is she your lover?
not at all.
Do you wish she was?
This is not the time for me to be discussing my romantic ventures.
She doesn't like you, does she?
Well, she doesn't like much like anyone.
She liked me.
Well, good for you then. It seems you'll get some gold and maybe a good night's sleep out of it.
Yes, I had to fight a rather ugly beast.
The dragon?
No, another one.
Another dragon?
Well, he looked like a dragon. He had wings and a tail and a face of a human.
The freezer!
You better stay indoors for a long time.
Well, that's why not coming out.
Yes.
I believe it was 25 gold for this quest.
25 gold only?
Okay, put out your hands.
That's not enough for a potion.
Well, I didn't say you would get a potion.
Put out my hands.
And he starts putting one gold piece out at a time.
I grab his finger. Can I grab his finger? Just to fighting.
Yeah, I'll say you grab the
finger.
Are you grabbing on tight to stop him from...
Yeah, holding on.
The command!
Make it 30.
You won't get any more gold.
I'll send my dragon brothers.
Oh, God. If you let me go, I'll give you 30.
Okay.
And now he starts flicking them through the letterbox.
I open my bag so that I fall inside.
Yeah, so you get your 30 gold. You see Fenna sort of looking bewildered, almost not really understanding
what's going
the
on.
events that's been going on in front of her.
Neither do I, to be honest.
All right. Now I have 35 gold.
Fenna, if you lend me 5 gold, if you would be so kind, we could maybe buy one of those potions.
Sounds good to me.
Webbin. Harbin, sorry. Do you want me to send a message to Adabra?
No, there's no need for a message. As long as she's making potions, that makes sense to me.
Okay.
We may need...
You don't want me to send her a letter?
No, there's no need. Thank you for your services. So where is Shrew off to now?
I'm probably gonna head on to the inn to rest. I need some rest.
Fenna, you coming to the inn? You need a rest?
Yeah, I could do with a rest as well.
We can get 2 rooms.
That would be wise.
Yeah.
So you guys walk in. I assume you
ask for 2 rooms.
Ask for 2 rooms. You want some food, perhaps.
Yeah.
You order some food and roll me a d20, please.
D20.
Sorry, a d6.
Good, because that was crap. D6. Let's make it 5.
5.
That's a 5.
So whilst you're sat down eating, you sort of hear mumblings as different patrons are having the conversations. And the gist of what you get is that west of Phandelin on the coast, there's an old stone lighthouse where ships are drawn to this gleaming tower like moths to a flame and are doomed to crash upon its rocks. Their wrecks must be filled with treasure. That's sort of the ramblings that you get
west of Phandelin.
Yeah. So sort of towards Leylon. Or Lylon, as you pronounce it.
Towards Lylon, where I'm from. Well, where the direction I came from, basically. There's a shipwreck. Is what I'm getting?
Ships are being wrecked around that area.
Ships are being wrecked.
So it's sort of like some of the talk that some of the patrons are discussing.
Okay, so with that tasty bit of information, I think I'm gonna rest for the night.
Fenna, do you need anything else? Are you okay?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay,
come get me in the morning and we'll...
Yes, I will be knocking quite early, around 6 a.m. Is that okay with you?
That is perfectly fine.
Okay, I will see you in the morning then. Have a good rest.
So you guys sort of make your way to your rooms, and so as Shrew drifts off into sleep, he starts having this rather disturbing dream. And you're sort of walking through this swampy marshland. You can feel your feet getting wet as you're sort of trudging through the swamp. It's pitch black as suddenly the clouds above start to open and you see a full moon high above. It starts to light the way that you're walking. And you recognize this as the mirror of dead men, similar to the visions you've had before. As you start walking through, you see Cinemas in the distance. I can't remember if you had actually described that part of the story when you were...
No, I didn't get
Explain
into that because I wasn't sure if I should disclose that I have. It's not a patron, but more of a sensei. is probably someone that teaches me, and it's a dryad that lives in the Mere of Dead Men. Whilst I was staying at Lylon as a worker there, I got these visions that directed me into the Mere. And when I followed them, I got to this tree where the dryad Cinemis makes a dwelling. And I spent like 2-3 years there training under her. And she taught me the ways of being a druid. Before meeting her, I wasn't a druid. Maybe it was something I had within me, and she kind of brought out.
She awakens those powers.
The druid powers, yeah.
So yeah, with that cleared now for our listeners, you see Cinemas under the light of the full moon by this tree. And you hear say, "Remember your training, Mon." And you sort of see her shifting from her dryad form into a different man of different beasts. You see her turning into a crocodile, then into like a bird of prey, then into something more innocent looking like a deer.
Too soon. Too soon.
And as you're sort of starting to stir and awaken with a buzzing in your ear, sort of pulling you out of that dream. Remember your training. Remember the power of the full moon. And you awaken, having leveled up to level 2.
Nice. So in the morning, I go to Fenna's room and knock on her door to see if she's ready.
Yeah, she's ready, and she's ready to go down to have some breakfast.
Did you sleep well?
Rather well. A bit troubled by the images of that beast and that poor deer.
Yeah, poor deer.
But I suppose better the poor deer than poor us and poor Adabra.
Yeah, better the deer. I didn't sleep quite well. There was a mosquito that kept biting me. So I'm full of mosquito bites now. But oh well, I'll get better.
I'm sure it'll go away within a couple of hours.
Yeah, what's a mosquito after fighting a dragon?
Indeed. So you guys sort of make your way down. You start having your breakfast. And whilst you're having breakfast, you overhear somebody talking about whether there's any sort of jobs going that he had been told there would be adventure and money to be made. And there's nothing on the boards. You sort of hear him speaking with the patron of the bar, saying, "I came here for gold and there's nothing here to do."
That's right.
I shout over this conversation.
There's nothing on the board, because the hero has already claimed those quests.
A hero?
Yes. A hero. The hero of Phandelin.
And he sort of turns around, well, bearing in mind you haven't actually fought anything yet to be known as a hero. But as he turns around, give me a perception check.
Perception. 16.
16. So yeah, through the hood you sort of see this red hair coming through poking out from the hood, and the facial features. You realise that this is somebody you know. And he sort of looks up you now and says, "Oh, you, little one. I remember you."
No, you don't.
"Yeah, I do. You were in Lylon. You almost caused that accident that almost killed those people on the scaffold."
What accident? I didn't cause any accident in Lylon. You must have mistaken me with another.
"It's me," and he sort of pulls back his hood, and you recognise him as one of the guards that were sort of employed to keep the construction site safe.
Oh.
Yeah, you recognise him as Fabian.
Fabian?
He's got a distinctive scar on his right cheek. So I came here because I heard the gold was good. There was especially orcs to be killed. And you remember that he particularly didn't like orcs.
What's with you and orcs, Fabian?
Surely you remember when I got this scar?
Yes, you're
That
right.
damn orc javelin.
Well,
I heard there were more orcs here and gold to be had. But I can't seem to find any work at the moment.
I haven't seen any orcs, but I have seen a dragon.
Dragon?
Yes.
That's far beyond my skill.
Yes, I know. That's why I am the hero of Phandelin.
What have you done to be a hero, little one?
I fought a dragon.
For the dragon?
Yes,
And lived to tell the tale?
yes, well, fought is a bit of an overstretch, but I was there. It attacked me, so I sort of had an encounter with a dragon. Maybe that's a
Right.
better way to describe it.
Where
And
have you
then-
been these last 2 years?
Well, I've been around, you know. I don't wanna... A hero has his secrets, Fabian. You should know that by now.
Well, I'm no hero.
I know,
I'm just a hired sword.
but
I'm
you
looking
should know.
for some work.
You should know, because you're traveling. I'm sure you've met other heroes. I'm not saying you're a hero specifically, but you must have met other heroes.
Well, there's not been much going on from Lydon to here.
Well, you say you're looking for adventure. You're looking for
For
quests.
some coin, yes.
Well, I don't know about coin, but I can offer you adventure. Look here. And I open the bag and I take out the quests. There's no quests on the board because I have them all. I have been assigned as the hero of Phandelin every quest in town. So you can join me if you wish to.
Well, if there's orcs to be slain and perhaps gold or treasure to be found, that sounds good to me.
There is treasure to be found, but there's a kind of... It goes like 90% to me, 10% to my friend here, and 10% to you. If that's agreeable, we
That
can...
makes 110%.
You're right. So then it's 5% and 5%, and 90 for me. If that's agreeable, we can start off. We were actually just heading off now.
And you'll have to roll a persuasion check.
11.
11. Gold as a reward for the quest. I'm fine with that. But whatever we find should be ours.
Sorry?
Whatever we find on the quest, or whatever loot we get, especially from dead orcs,
Should be whose?
to the finder. To the victor goes the spoils.
Well, okay.
But I'm happy to follow you, if you'll have me. You know I'm good with the sword.
Fenna, is this agreeable to you? The 5%?
Well, I'm not in this for the gold, so...
Oh, I just threw it out there as a bluff. I didn't think he would agree so readily.
I'm just interested in meeting my kin.
Okay,
And now protecting them as well.
of course.
I take it you'll be meeting the bills then if you're taking all the gold.
No, preposterous. Everyone pays their way.
So Fabian joins your party and he takes on the warrior stat blocks from the companions,
Fabian.
or sidekicks rather as they're known here.
Alright.
And he can either be an attacker or a defender. So you can make that choice. As an attacker, the warrior gains a +2 bonus to attack rolls, or as a defender, the warrior gains a protection reaction. And that reaction is that the warrior imposes disadvantage on the attack roll of a creature within 5 feet of it whose target isn't the warrior. And the warrior must be able to see the attacker. So having been joined by Fabian Picard.
Fabian Picard.
So Fabian Picard, Fenna, and Shrew.
What a team.
Where are you off to?
What a team. Well, back to Adabra. Adabra, sorry. Sorry for not remembering the names. Shrew is rubbing off on me. Or vice versa. So yeah, after going... after speaking to Fabian and getting reacquainted, we're just gonna head off to...
Back to Umbridge Hill.
Yeah, back to Umbridge Hill.
Okay.
We're gonna try and buy some potions. Oh yeah.
Very good. So you arrive there, making a journey of about an hour and a half.
I'm a pro at
So,
that journey now.
Yeah, you know the path well now after
I'm
the
good.
last day.
I'm sorted.
So you arrive there. Hi, Shrew. You're
Oh.
back already.
Glad to find you in one piece. Has our friend
Zurtaz made an appearance?
No, he hasn't.
Good. Oh,
Thank
I
the
forgot
Lord.
to bring you food. I'm so sorry.
I was just about to ask if you remember to
So
bring me.
sorry. Well, I brought this man. We can use him in a pinch. We could throw him to Zurtaz.
What do you mean throw me to Zurtaz? Who the hell is Zurtaz?
It's a joke. Calm down, Fabian. Calm down.
You remember from Fabian that his personality, having dealt with him in Lydon, you know that he often tries to choose his words carefully.
Okay.
The sarcasm is one of his weapons. He can't really admit when he's wrong.
Okay.
He can be quite stubborn, and he often spaces out quite a bit when he's lost in thought.
Spaces out.
Yeah.
All right.
As he told you before, he used to work in Lydon as a guard,
Mm.
and you know that he doesn't like orcs at all.
Mm.
So I just wanted to reacquaint you with that. So you come for some potions then before you're off on your way.
Yes, I managed to get paid. Thank you for your letter. It helped me quite a bit. Webster is a bit of a coward. Wester. Harbin Wester. Sorry, he's a bit of a coward. You must know this, right?
He's quite jumpy.
I think he has a crush on you.
That old fool, I doubt it.
Yes, he was saying that he would like to see you soon.
Well, I imagine that's because he wants some of my potions.
Oh, is that it? Okay. So do I actually. So how about? I know I forgot your food, but how about a slight discount? I actually have 35 gold that I can part with. But I don't have a penny more. What if I give you 35 and we call it a deal?
Well, how about you give me 35? And your friend over there that said she had 5 last time.
She got mugged, I'm afraid.
Well, I already gave you a discount of 10 gold. That's quite a steep discount.
Well, I assure you that if you're ever in trouble again, I will endeavour to save your life again.
No, I honestly cannot sell it for less than 40. Otherwise, if I have to buy the parts that I need to, or rather the bottles and the ingredients that I need, I just wouldn't be able to keep making them.
You live in a forest. Surely you could explore the wonders of the forest.
Well, some of the ingredients I get have to come from afar.
Okay.
I can't go a penny lower than 40.
I tried, guys. I tried. So who's gonna chip in?
Well, here's my 5.
Thank you. So we hand Adabra the gold, and that's it. So I'm gonna deduct the gold of my belongings.
It's all gone.
It's all gone. Down to 0 for now.
It's a hard knock life.
Yeah. Down to 0. I'm sure Flavian can hook me up if I need anything after the good deal I cut him before.
Well, Flavian was looking for gold, so I don't think he has much on him.
Alright. He's poor too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys are heading off over to...
Yeah. See you, Adabra. Hope you stay well.
May the gods be with you.
And also with you.
And that brings episode 2 to its conclusion. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening again as we carried on our adventure through the Dragon of Icespire Peak.
Yeah, remember to leave a review and a comment and subscribe to our podcast on your podcast player of choice.
And please be sure to visit us on www.i2td.com. That's the number 2, the digit. And there you'll find links to all the good stuff, our Instagram and our Twitter. And you'll also have an invite to our Discord channel. We also have links to our Patreon and our Buy Me a Coffee.
Yeah, and with just one hero in a party, in this case Shrew, we need all the assistance, all the help we can get. And by supporting us on Patreon and on Buy Me a Coffee, you're doing just that. Supporting us and helping us grow. Buy Me a Coffee is a one-off donation, and Patreon, you'll have different tiers which you can subscribe to, which offer different perks. Some of them being behind the scenes, Patreon posts, you'll get some polls, or different stuff. You can go in there and check it all out.
Yeah, either of which will go towards the time, effort and resources we spend on crafting these episodes and future content for you, and for which you would have our eternal gratitude.
For sure. And this brings us to our next section, the one we call End of the Episode Club, or as I like to call personally, the last ones standing. And this is
where we kind of introduce a little code word or a little code phrase where you nice listeners, the ones that have stayed till the very end, can use the phrase to insert it in a comment in any of our social media or wherever you can find a comment. You can comment there and use this phrase in your comment, and that way we'll see who are our most loyal listeners, and we can have a bit of fun. We can laugh, we can have a giggle at the stuff you guys come up with, and we can talk about it and go over the best ones in Discord.
Yeah, we'll give the one that makes us laugh the hardest. We'll give a shout out on
for sure
on our Discord channel. So, Al, what's the code word today?
The code word today is Adabra Cadabra.
Adabra Cadabra. So with that, we bid you adieu, and we offer you our sincere gratitude for tuning in. And we really hope to catch you again next time as we delve into the dungeon.